places far away from home. Time to ponder in the fields around me, where there's nothing but the breeze and the great unknown. Leave your worries and your suitcase. All you don't need, nothing but you. So don't throw your hopes, start wishing well. It's your heart's desire, carry you. Come and sail with me to the open ocean, where you don't have to dream because there's you.
As always, Christina. Good morning, Charlotte. How you doing? How are you guys? How are you guys? Now, if I streamed at 10 a.m. my time in the morning, do you think you guys would make it? Like on your Friday evening or your Saturday evening, maybe even? How you guys doing? I hope the sound is okay. I had to uninstall OBS, the updated version, and reinstall a backdated version to get the to make sure that my NDI was working. So sounds good, lovely. But still unwell? Ah, that's no good. That's no good. Ah, lovely. Here we are. I'm going to be practicing my short takeoff and landing abilities in the Kodiak today. I really need to get my that down pat. So then we might head over somewhere else. Lord Thunder Monkey, how you going? Not long at all. You have food poisoning from chicken. My goodness. How are you, Lord Thunder Monkey? Haven't seen you for quite a while, sir. Have not seen you for quite a while. I hope you're well. All right, no, we're in the Kodiak. We are in the Kodiak. So, we're going to jump in the cockpit. You good? I'm glad. I usually start streaming after you go to bed. I'm streaming at exactly the same time. Oh, Grand Lord of Monkeys. Oh, yeah, food poisoning is horrible. Food poisoning is a horrible thing. Absolutely horrible thing. All right, let's check out what we are doing here. Let's have a look at what's going on. Let's see. The last flight I did, which wasn't a recording or anything like that, I flew into a I had to land on a road. I was dropping off medical some medical stuff to an accident, so but it's summer and you didn't have to stay up to take your son to school. Ah, there you go. Yeah, so I had to land the Kodiak on a highway and drop off some medical stuff. We need to find ourselves a nice flight. What I want to do is I want to fly into... I'd like to fly into some zeros. Some really short runways. But I don't know whether we're going to have any. They're all ones down here. That looks like it might be a nice one. The Delilah Hot Springs. The Delilah Hot Springs. It's not a very long flight though, is it? 34 nautical miles. Good morning, Kane. How you going, buddy? And that is 3 first-class passengers. We're going to FBPD. FBPD. FBPD is where we are going. How are you this morning, Kane? All right, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Let's load this aircraft up and get her out. Little tired. Drinking coffee. Coffee's... You should be drinking coffee. You should be drinking coffee, sir. Most definitely. So I want to practice my my STOL capabilities in this aircraft now. So that is what we are going to do. That is exactly what we are going to do. All right, let's get this little beast fired up, shall we? Battery master. Avionics bus 1. Won't turn the auxiliary bus on as yet. Fuel is in. Fuel is open. Everything is looking good. Avionics are aligning. Fuel pump on. Ignition on. Starter on. Looking for 16% on the NG. And there's 16%.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and
bring the fuel conditioning in. Bring the prop in as well. Let everything fire up and warm up. I see how I know. I've been so sad over the last couple of days, Charlotte. Longest reigning monarch, 70 something years. 70 years. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Let's bring a little bit of throttle in. Let's bring our ignition on, our generator and our alternator. And we'll bring our fuel pump down to standby. Everything is looking good. Everything is looking good. Check our flight controls today. There we go. It's looking good too. Okay, didn't turn my beacon on. I'll get in trouble for that. I'm going to turn my strobe on. I'm going to turn my landing light on now, which it is already on, so that's good. And we'll set up our G1000. Yeah, I love the Queen. I love the Queen. She is awesome. Okay, we are heading to FBPD. FBPD. Enter that and activate. .34 nautical miles. FBPD. Let's just confirm that. FBPD over there. Lovely. Everything should be ready to go. Everything should be ready to go. We're going to pop number 3. We don't need that on. And we're going to need a little bit of just a touch of right rudder. Actually, I'm actually not going to do that. Not going to do that today. Yeah, the Queen is just, it was really sad. I found it really sad. I mean, you know it's not far away. I'm going to fly at 1,000 feet today. We're probably going to go manual, I think. We are at... we'll go 20% on the... we'll go 20% on the flaps, which should be good. Everything else is ready to go. Make sure that the track IR is set properly. There we go, lovely. That's perfect. All right, we're gonna have to take off on this highway, which is going to be bloody interesting. It is going to be interesting. All right, let's bring our prop and our fuel conditioning to rich. Get this little beast moving and get him on the highway here. I think we might take off in this direction today. Definitely needing the right rudder. And up we go.
Airborne time log.
Need to bring that prop down. And we'll bring a stage of flaps up. Another stage of flaps up.
Sink. Don't sink.
No, she didn't. She was also, and she also stayed right away from. She also stayed right away from anything political as well, didn't she? So. Bring our autopilot on. We're going to bring our altitude on as soon as we get to the altitude that we need to be at. Feeling a little bit come into here and once we get up to our altitude, we're also going to throw our nav on. Let the aircraft do that, and our altitude as well. So we'll sit here and hold this altitude. That's good. Let's bring our NP down to 2000 for cruise. It is 1430 on the torque, should be okay. Just confirm that those flaps are up, and they are. Beautiful. Hope everybody is well tonight. She paid with her own money. Yes, I know. She's, yeah. She was, like, when you think about it, she was a pretty bloody good monarch, wasn't she? All right, let's have a look at what we're expecting when we arrive at this airport. FBPD is right there. 100 at 5 knots. So we're going to look at landing on runway 16 by the looks of it. So I'm just going to set our heading bug up right now and get everything. We're flying in the Okavango or in Botswana today. Just for the first part of the stream, and then heading 160, so that'll be the heading of our runway. Just for the first part of the stream, and then I think we're probably going to get in the PA-44 Seminole and do some other flights as well, I think. So, but I want to practice my my STOL on this. So I want to, which is basically short takeoff and landing. and I would really like to practice that. So that is what we are going to do. We've only got a short hop this time. We're 10 minutes away from our destination, so I do have my track IR set up. As you can see, I can look around, I can pop my head up, I can come down here and check stuff out, and come over here and check stuff out. But it makes it really hard to look at chat, because every time I turn to look at chat I do that, which I guess isn't too bad, is it? It's not too bad at all. Alright, so I can pause it at any time. So I need to think about what I'm going to do. So I'm pretty heavy. I have a considerable amount of fuel on board. As you can see, I've got more than half in each tank. So, g'day, honey. How you going? So we'll have to see how we go. At 10 nautical miles should be pretty good. You're in quarantine. Oh no, really? Sick. What kind of sick, honey? Have you been? Not the dreaded sea. What's that over there? Oh, it's a little water. It's a little watering hole. Okay, so once we get here, we're going to fly right traffic. We're going to land on runway 16. The dreaded sea. Oh, really? You're still showing lots of symptoms. So, how's it been treating you, honey? Has it been really getting on top of you? You had a fever and chills about 4 of the last 5 days, and generally just exhausted. How's your breathing going? All right? Okay, we're going to go 5 nautical miles on that. So our landing speed at around about 6,400 is 70 knots. Got 70 knots. Current temperature is 25 degrees. All right, lovely. $70 knot. Breathing's okay unless you try to do physical activity. Well, you probably need a bloody rest anyway, don't you? If it's not killing you, it's making you, but it's making you really, really sick, it's probably good for you to have a rest because you've been working pretty bloody hard. Pretty damn hard. Our NG was pretty brutal on takeoff then. That's just like me every day, honey. Breathing's okay unless I try to do any physical activity. Sit around gaming while you can stay awake. Did you you reckon you caught it at work? How was your work week, Christina? The kids were obviously had to stay home from school. Did you have to try and look after them as well, or did hubby stay home? Because if you had to look after them as well, I feel for you, I really do. It must have been really tough. Oh look, in this land of flat, there's some little hills over there. Just little ones. Just little ones. What do we got crosswind wise? An 8 knot crosswind. Okay. Very busy. Did you have a short week? Oh, that's right. You had last Monday off or something, didn't you? Last Monday was a public holiday or something? Well, guess what? It's the weekend now. It's the weekend. Alright, I'm going to bring our airspeed down in a minute and start prepping for entering the traffic pattern for this runway. And hopefully we can get Hotel Whiskey Lima down on the ground in an appropriate manner. Don't know where we're landing. Right there, I think. Okay, I'm going to bring a stage of flaps in now. Make sure everything is rich. I'm going to slow down to about say 113, 110 knots. All right, we'll enter the traffic pattern now. 110 knots is pretty good. Once we get established on downwind, we will then take off the autopilot completely. You lost your sense of taste. Oh, so you can't even enjoy. But that's it. COVID sucks. That's it. That's not fair. Okay, autopilot is off. Just going to control the aircraft myself now. Into a right-hand circuit. Got the runway over there, which is all looking good. Want to make sure that we're not climbing. We're a little bit less throttle in. We're looking at about 70 knots for landing, so 70 knots. Won't do our final stage of flaps until we're on our cross. Airport's about 3,400 above, so alright, so how short do you reckon I can land this? Oh, I whistled. I'll just catch up with chat in a sec. I'll read what you wrote there about your husband in a sec, honey.
Wind 090 at 7 knots.
Okay, we're going to bring our final stage of flaps in now. Ready for landing. Slow the aircraft down a little bit more power. Don't want to get too low yet, although I do want to be relatively low on the approach because I really need to get this in short, so there she is over there. I think that's it. Right there. Alright, 88 knots. Got to keep my eye on the speed. That's usually where I stuff this up. Is on speed. 97 knots. Going to use the throttle. See if we can bring this beast in and land her. $86, $85, a little bit more throttle. I do want to be low. I do want to be relatively low. Crosswind to the left. A little bit more power there. $81 knots. Slow the aircraft down just a little bit. I want to get in just on the threshold of the runway there. 79, 78. And bring the throttle down.
Landing time log.
And brake. Okay, let's just hold him there for a sec. I think that was relatively short, wasn't it? Let's put our brakes on and get out and have a look. Yeah, that was pretty short. Not bad. Not bad. There's the threshold right there. Not bad at all. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. You guys happy with that short takeoff? That short landing? Let's bring our fuel down just a little bit to low idle. So your husband's still working and out of town. Your daughter wasn't too sick, so she looked after... Ah, that's so nice of her. She really well done. She deserves to be taken out to dinner or something after all of this. That was a very nice, very, very short landing. So we landed about 1/5 of that runway length, I reckon. Do you reckon that was 1/5 of the runway length? Let's get these people off. So the runway length is about 3,500. Runway length is about 3,500, so... What's 1/5 of that? Do a quick calculation, Christina, do a quick calculation for me.
Engine off, time log. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by onair.
That is so good of your daughter. So how old's your daughter, honey? Alright, that was good. I am super happy with that. Down we go. Lovely. 15. Wow, that's pretty cool. 1/5 of 3,500. I was pretty happy with that. I'm getting so much better at flying this aircraft now. 700, there you go. 700 meters we stopped in. It's not bad, is it? Not bad. All right. Well, that was good. That was good. I'm quite happy with that one. And we also got a smooth landing as well. 69 knots. We were aiming for a 70 knot. 69 knots. Minus 144 feet a minute. Landing smooth. Nice. Nice. All right, let's have a look at what we can get here now as well. Let's have a look. We've got the Kodiak, which is right there. You can see I've got two leased planes. Oh no, the 208s. How is the 208 somewhere where there's not enough fuel available? That's interesting. It's saying that at FBWR there is not enough fuel available. Crap. Well, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Let's see if she's she should have enough fuel. There we go, she does. I should have checked that out a little bit sooner. I'm going to have to turn the bloody heater off in this room. changed this room around a little bit today for Hoki to move her easel and stuff, which was pretty cool. So, all right, let's go back. Grab a gas can and start walking. Yeah. No worries. I hope you start feeling better. Food poisoning is absolutely horrible. It's absolutely horrible. All right, let's have a look at what we've got here now. That we can fly now. Looking forward to it. Sleep well, Charlotte. So if you guys think of somewhere that you would like, somewhere really scenic or something, somewhere you'd like to have a look at the scenery or like to fly later on in the stream, let me know. There's a 64 nautical mile flight. We can do this one. Actually, that's heading up here. That's actually pretty cool. Is that heading into near the Mambo Rapids? It's heading into, we're actually in Zambia now anyway. Oh, that's heading into Zambia. Just over the border maybe? Or just inside Botswana, I reckon. Let's see, it's 5 first class passengers. Oh, that's a 2-leg, so we don't want to take that. Oh, actually, we can take both. Should be able to take both, shouldn't we? Where's FBKS? That's up there. And FBPA. That wouldn't be a bad job. Just a little hop. I'd much rather singles though. It's going up the same place anyway. That's only a single leg. FBKN. Okay, we'll do that. FBKN. Namibia East Air Base. There you go. That's where we're going to. Alright, cool. FBPD, FBKN to FBKN. So the big flight sim update number 10 is coming next week. Next week. Which is going to be probably another 37, 38, 40 hours of download for me, I'm guessing. Validate that fuel and payload. Plenty there, plenty there. So we're heading to Namibia East Air Base. That's pretty cool. And our alternate is Livingston, I presume. Livingston, I presume. $190 at 6 knots. I'm guessing we're going to be looking at probably runway 10, I reckon. I love this song. It's Microsoft. It's Microsoft, honey. I usually download at about 25 megabits a second. When I download anything for Flight Sim from the Microsoft servers, the fastest speed that I can get is about 1. So, not very much. Not very much at all. Not very much at all. All right, lovely. I'm going to go and top up my coffee, turn the heater off, and then come back and we'll do this flight, yeah? If you guys are okay with that. I did it anyway, Kane. I did it anyway, buddy. Did it anyway. Oh, crap. My pen just fell down. Hang on. There we go. It's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. All right, we've got a lovely flight. Lovely flight. Let's get this thing fired up. Just bring up my details. Just need to see what we've got in regards to fuel on board. £1,197. 1,197 pounds. It's 3,000. That's 4,000 pounds plus passengers. We've got 4 passengers. About 5,000 pounds for takeoff, I reckon. All right, lovely. Let's get this battery master on. Let's get our alternator on. Let's get that fired up so we can see the NG. Put our beacon on. And fuel pump. And ignition. Wait for 16% on the NG. There it is.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Make sure the prop's in. Let everything fire up. Ah, lovely. Lovely. So I've set up my second channel now. I've set up my second YouTube channel, and basically that's going to be all the stuff outside of simulation that I play. So, I'll let you guys know the link to it. Bring our generators in. Lovely. Bring our fuel pump down. Switch off. Come on. There we go. Lovely. It muted itself. Haven't heard that one before. Okay, what are we looking at? We are currently at 31 degrees. At 3,000, 31 degrees. Looking at 1360. Looking at 1360. Alright, lovely. Okie dokie. Let's just check what our flaps are at. We need 20%, which is good. 20% is good. Put our nav and our strobe lights on. Ready to go. Ready to go. Let's trim for takeoff. I'm also going to go right rudder trim on this one because it was a little bit of a problem last time. So we'll see how we go on that. All right, perfect. And park brake off. Let's put on our auxiliary bus and our passengers at 25 degrees. That should be okay. They should be happy with that, shouldn't they? Lovely. Okay, we're going to bring our mixture up for taxiing. How does the stream mute itself, Kane? Now, I don't know how well in Flight Sim this actually sticks to those specifications. in regards to takeoff torque and stuff, but we will see. 1360 it's asking for, so it'll be a good test out. Probably go maybe about 1400 because we are a little bit higher than, well, we're 3,460 feet, so let's just throw our give ourselves as much runway as we possibly can, and when we arrive we're going to try and do another short landing, so most definitely. Okay, let's just hang this little beast out here for a sec. Let's throw our park brake on. I've got to find my switches. Park brake should be on. It's definitely saying 1360. 4,000. Takeoff at 5,500 is we've got a 55 rotate. Okay, let's see if we can do this, little monkeys. So we've got 20% of flaps, everything is okay there. Brakes on. 1360 is what we're looking for. Let's bring 1360 up on the torque. There she goes, 1360. Let's go 1400 just for a little bit more. 1400 on the torque. Rolling, we're looking at 55 knots. There's a takeoff, a little bit of right rudder. Get this aircraft in the air, come on little baby. 35, 38, 40 knots. 50 knots. And rotate. And up she goes. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're going to climb at about 88 knots on our way out. I'm not going to reset our rudder trim at this point in time. I'll just steer for that. 82 knots. Let's bring our flaps up. One stage. One stage of flaps is good. Keep the aircraft climbing and we'll turn into our track. Keep it at about 87. Should be able to bring our next stage of flaps up as well. Trim the aircraft nose up a little bit. And we'll fly in this direction and intercept. Flying manually at the moment. Keep our eye on our NG is below 101. And I'm going to reset our rudder trim now. Bring our rudder trim back to 0 right there. Should be okay. Looking good, looking good. Just bring the nose of the aircraft down just a touch and we will turn into our track and bring the autopilot on. I'm not going to go altitude, I am going to go nav. And we've got the Microsoft, we've got the old Microsoft thing happening where it decides that it doesn't want Doesn't want to pick up on your nav. Don't want to lose altitude, Simi. You want to keep climbing, buddy. Okay, let's go heading. It's going to try and fly itself back down to 4,400 feet. I'm going to go up to about 7,000 feet for this one though. Do our flight level change. Climb out at 101 knots. There we go, that's a little bit better. Get ourselves up to 7,000 feet. Okay, so let's just make sure that we are right. Flaps are up. Once we get up to our altitude, we'll bring our prop down, settle down at 2,000 on the NP and about 1460 on the torque, which I'm going to bring up right now. We're 1,000 feet away from our altitude, and I do need to change my heading. Seriously change my heading. Looking nice out on the in Botswana. I actually really enjoy flying out here. There's not much scenery wise, but it's quite challenging because there's also not a lot of landmarks that you can fly at. So we're going to intercept at about that, I reckon. Okay, we're nearly at our altitude, so we will bring our RPM down to 2,000 on the prop. And about 1460 on the torque, just to settle ourselves into a nice cruise. 1440 will do. There we go, lovely, perfect. You clicked in the middle of the stream, then the chat box is the bottom UI wasn't going away. Okay, so maybe it muted then. It might have done, or maybe you just don't want to listen to my horrible voice, which is understandable. Which is completely and utterly understandable. Yeah, so anyway, I've set up my second channel, and I'll put a link in Discord as soon as I start uploading stuff to it. It's going to have all the stuff that's not simulation related. So I'm probably going to do another medieval dynasty series, especially with multiplayer coming out. I'll probably do some fishing with Christina, hopefully, and some more Way of the Hunter, some more Captain of Industry, all those things, as well as a lot of other little bits and pieces. So when I put the link out on the up on the Discord, it'd be really cool if you guys could go and subscribe to that, because it'll be off of my main channel. So, but it'll be good. Like, I don't care what happens on that channel in regards to viewers and subscribers and stuff like that. It's just another outlet, because at the moment Flight Sim's doing so well on my channel that I don't want to move away from that. So, and because I don't want to move away from it, then what we're going to do is I'll put the other stuff on that other channel, because as soon as I put something that's not related and stuff, then YouTube all of a sudden, just with one dodgy video, stopped sharing all my stuff around. So went and seen the surgeon yesterday, and he's doing 2 operations on my back, so I'm going to be in hospital for a couple of weeks. Not sure when that is, waiting for the insurance to approve it and stuff like that. So I'll be out of action for a few days there. Going to take the I'm going to take my I wish I had a Steam Deck. I'd take that into hospital with me. That'd be nice. But I'll take my Switch, my little Switch Mini in. That's a bizarre external view, isn't it? That's a super bizarre external view. It's like putting the plane right at the bottom. Right at the bottom of the screen, strangely enough. It's definitely a desolate place, isn't it? Africa. Definitely a desolate place. And why haven't you kicked into nav? For some reason the nav isn't working. That's bloody interesting, isn't it? That is really interesting. Issues. Alright, so we're probably going to be 100 kilos less on the fuel. So we're probably going to be down to about 5,300 kilos. We're looking at a landing speed of 63 knots. I would go 64 just to be safe, I reckon. And we'll see how short we can land there. $64 knots. We're only 7 minutes away. 23 nautical miles. At about 10 nautical miles, we'll start our descent. I think we're looking at we're 4,400 foot runway. We're still looking at 190 at 6 knots. An elevation of 3,058 feet. So bring ourselves down to 4,100 feet on the on our altitude, which I will bring down now. But we won't kick the vertical speed in until we're ready. Lovely. We're going to fly directly over Kasani as well, which will be really cool. It'd be nice to land in Nambia though. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What's going on here? What is going on here? Tomfoolery. Because when we were trying to do our nav before, it turned us around, didn't it? You got to keep monitoring everything, don't you? You get yourself into so much strife if you don't. Wonder why that's. I wonder if that's why Nav's decided to fart around on us. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Interesting. Interesting. So I wonder whether it's going to kick in now. Let's see if it does. I'll set it up and have it ready to go. Everything else is set up and ready to go. Chuck Norris is in the back still. $25 degrees. That's a pretty nice temperature, isn't it? It might actually bring it down to 23. There we go, lovely. That'll be a little bit more comfortable. So what did you guys think of Way of the Hunter the other night? So as soon as that, if the nav is working, as soon as that line hits this dot, this should change over to GPS rather than heading. And it should automatically turn the heading off, but I don't know whether it's working. Might buy it when it's on sale. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Mac ended up getting himself a copy, and he's been a little bit obsessed with it. He's like 5 times past me on the story already, and he's only been playing it for 2 days. But he gets obsessed with that, so he really, really hits it and just plays it and plays it and plays it. So, all right, there we go. It has picked up the GPS now. There's a little bit of bad pilot error there. We're going to try and land as short as we possibly can. It was landing-wise 54 knots. So we'll go 55 as a landing speed. And that'll be with 35% flaps. So look at that. It'd be interesting when I worked out in the Strzelecki Desert. Then I used to stick my tools. I used to put my tools on a helicopter, and the helicopter would fly us out to satellites, gas satellites and stuff, and land us there, and we'd get off and we'd do our job, and the helicopter would come back and pick us up and stuff. And this is what it looked like out there. There was no green though. It was just all desert, but he would basically rely, the pilot would basically rely on preset GPS coordinates and flight plans that he'd already put in his GPS to get out to all the different satellites and stuff. So it was pretty cool. Like you'd be out there and all you'd see is sort of dunes and sometimes a whole pile of flat area, no green at all. Not much foliage like tree-wise and stuff, just a few bushes here and there. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Beauty was you could always know where north and south was because the dunes, the sand dunes and stuff in the desert run north-south because of the way the wind goes and the way the sand dunes actually build themselves. Pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. You know why? Oh, come on. So is anybody looking forward to any games coming out? Any specific games or anything coming out, or? Oh, that's good coffee. Not too terribly much. Doesn't seem like there's, although I haven't seen a lot of information on stuff that's coming out. I'm looking forward to Sengoku Dynasty coming out. I don't know when that's going to be released. Construction Simulator is coming out on the 20th. It's being released on the 20th now. 20th of September. That'll be the 21st of September for me. Looking forward to that coming out though. Should be a good one. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So I pulled out all the reference plates and stuff for the Kodiak 100, and I printed them out, and then I laminated them and chopped them up. So I have all these. Reference plates and stuff for the Kodiak, which is pretty cool. So you're still enjoying Garden Simulator, Christina? I actually really enjoyed that. I'm going to do some of that on my other channel. I really enjoyed it. It's quite good. I'm looking forward to getting some more stuff planted and finding something that makes you quite a good amount of money and stuff. Doesn't look like there's much extra on the, you're hoping they put more content in. Yeah, they probably will do. They'll probably keep it going. I like the fact that you can cut grass and sell the grass to the community. That's so cool. A great way to make a little bit of extra cash. Have you unlocked a lot of stuff so far, Christina? I was really happy that that's the first key that Toplitz have given me. So I'm kind of so I was a bit wrapped about that, because I'm kind of hoping that because I put content out straight away on it and all that stuff, I'm kind of hoping that I might be in the running for Cowboy Dynasty and Sengoku Dynasty when they come out. That would be really nice. Does it? Makes fertilizer once you get the compost bin. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I need to unlock a compost bin then. I was looking, when I was playing it, I was looking at that weed in the ground. I'm going, that's a weed. I'm sure it's a weed. And then eventually I managed to pull it out. What do you think of the delivery system, Christina? I couldn't. I just cracked up so much about that. It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Dangerous, but hilarious, right? Oh, goodness me. Just sync our heading bug. I am expecting runway 10. Gonna be a right crosswind on that. Oh, did you try out that wine game you said that you were that winemaker game that you said you were gonna try out? I actually haven't got that yet. I should go and download it. That winemaking game. I don't know what it's like. I don't know whether it's like a simulator based thing or what. 100 days or whatever it's called. Yeah, all the time, Mac. It's not a simulator? Yeah, okay. Hey, Mac, do you want to go for a fly in your area? In your DA62, and I'll come flying with you? I'll get out the PA44. Landed on my wheels. Well, that's the whole idea, isn't it? It's good advice. Good flying pointer right there. Perfect flying pointer. Hey, Bean Buddy. How are you and Mrs. Mac? I was just telling everybody how obsessed you are with hunting. With Way of the Hunter now. Ah, she got back from her long trip. That's right, she was away, wasn't she? So you were sitting in front of the computer for days on end, in your Y-fronts and your white singlet, with gravy stains all the way down the front, eating potato chips, lying, hunting. And now she's back, you've got to step up again. It was, yeah, it was. That's why he was able to hunt so much. That's exactly right. We had a fly. We flew one day. What day did we fly? On Thursday? Was it Thursday we went flying, Mac? It's good though. It's good flying. Yeah, good time. We were actually flying around here, weren't we? Around Botswana into really short run airstrips and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Mac was flying the caravan. I was flying the Kodiak and doing some jobs for On Air. And Mac taught me shorties, yeah. And Mac taught me how to set up FBO runs in On Air. So that was really good. Because I was struggling with it, I couldn't work it out. I just could not work it out at all. But old Mackie boy sorted it out for us. You were giving seminars, yeah, it cost a bloody fortune too. You know, had to pretend to be his friend the whole time. It was tiring. One 8860. One 118. Really? Why won't it give us a 118? That's interesting. That's interesting. Ha ha ha. Mac just got timed out. And all of his messages got deleted. Suck eggs. Suck eggs, Mac. Family friendly. How long is he timed out for? Timed out for 1 second. 1 second. And he hasn't responded. I think he's left. He's left. He's gone. He's upset. I'm not going to stream for too long tonight, guys. Got a lot of stuff I've got to try and do tomorrow. Streamlabs hurt his feelings. Oh, I hope not. I don't think Mac's like that. I don't think he gets his feelings get hurt that quickly. Has nerve, times me out and then asks for money. Oh, that's hilarious. That is seriously hilarious. You were never issued feelings. Only towards a McDonald's drive-thru. Them there the only feelings you got, brother. Oh yeah, my apologies. It's got to be a chocolate Jesus. Keep me satisfied. Oh, I don't want no appa zappa. Don't get down on my knees and pray. I bow the knee to the golden arches. Got my own special way. Well, it's got to be a chocolate Jesus. Make me feel so good inside. Yeah, it's got to be a chocolate Jesus. Keep me satisfied. Bum 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 bum. Drive-through, McDonald's drive-through in a massive case combine with no pants on. Can't believe you did that. I cannot believe you did that. Okay, we're going to start descending now. Got an airport in front of us. We are going to go directly over the top of that airport. Get more mad when you taxi to the drive-thru as opposed to bringing him a combine. a twin-engine Diamond DA62. All right, lovely. We are ready to go. All right, let's get this head tracking working. Yep, that's working. Start bringing our speed down soon so we can bring in one stage of flaps. I just want to get past that. At the moment, I'm I'm passing through 6,100 for 4,100. The altitude at the airport is about 3,050 something, I think. Can't see any aircraft activity there. It's one thing about flying out in the reaches of Africa is you don't get a lot of air traffic. So gold ore is the hardest to find. You're obviously still really enjoying it, yeah? There are quite a few aircraft down there on the apron, but okay, I'm going to bring our throttle down a little bit. Going to bring our prop into full, ready for landing. Going to start setting up for landing right now, Mac. We're 5 nautical miles out, and I'm going to set up for landing right now. I'm going to get my airspeed right. No, I don't. Runway's just over there. Okay, we're below 138, bringing one stage of flaps. Slow the aircraft down a little bit. Our second stage of flaps can't come in until below 120, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to bring a bit of throttle in. Nearly down at our 1,000 above altitude. Now I think our landing speed is going to be about 55 knots on this one. We're going to try and pull up as soon as we possibly can. Bring in our second stage of flaps again. There's a couple of little places out there. It's quite nice through here, all things considered. Okay, autopilot's coming off. Going to trim the aircraft. 104 knots. Don't want to lose too much speed on the turn. This tends to lose a lot of speed on the turn. I don't know why. I know that she pulls her nose up like any aircraft when you're turning. They do tend to pull their nose up a little bit on turning, but our runway's out there. watch that nose up. Let her drop a little bit. There she is. Okay, below 100 knots. Bring another stage of flaps down. Let the aircraft settle itself. Bring some speed up. She's right over the top of these tributaries. About 4 nautical miles out. Everything is ready for landing. Pretty happy with everything. Speed's okay. Altitude is okay. Heading's good. Gonna maintain this. This is what I like in this aircraft. I'm really liking now. Which heading indicator's that? Okay, let's bring the yaw damper on. And I think the runway is in sight now. I'm just going to guide her in.
Wind 150 at 7 knots.
Okay, might have to have a little bit of aileron trim for this. We'll trim right. And we'll keep the aircraft in control for that. It's gonna wanna. She's gonna want to drop a little bit. Got a crosswind from the right, which is going to be good for our elevator trim anyway. Let's bring the speed of the aircraft down a bit. Really wants to push itself over with that trim on. Watch the bushes, Simi.
Landing time log.
Oh, she wanted to roll over. She definitely wanted to roll over. Yeah, I reckon that rudder trim on landing is, despite the fact that you're supposed to have it, she's a little bit awkward. All right, let's get these brakes on and pause our head tracking. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, that was reverse thrust at the end, yeah. Soothing. Corporately soothing, Kane. All right, I reckon we landed at about 400 feet there. I reckon that's about 400 feet. What do you guys reckon? I reckon that was about 400 feet. Okay, bring our flaps up. I reckon that that rudder played funny bugger with me there. I got a little bit of wind. I should have landed with the right wheel down first. I got a little bit of wind under the right wing there. Tried to roll me. Yeah, that was the reverse thrust. When you set up the caravan next, when you're doing your controls for the caravan, Mac, set up a button on your joystick, and that button can act as your reverse thrust. So let's get this all shut down.
Engine off, time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by onair.
Strobes off, nav off, landing lights are off. Beacon can come off as soon as the propper's killed itself. So you can kind of see what you can't see it on here. You can't notice it on here. It mustn't be animated. Mustn't be animated. Okay, we won't want that on pulse. Beacon off. Generators off and engine off as well. Perfect. Espresso marker off. Espresso maker. Yeah, the espresso maker's off. All right, that was another smooth landing. That's good. I'm just getting so used to getting this thing down right on the threshold now. Does it have a landing distance? It'd be nice if it gave you a landing distance on here. Burn fuel, 261 pounds. Taxi speed not exceeded. That would be absolutely awesome if that could happen. Had to shut down 4 pumps, not enough power. You need more power. More power, Cade. More power. Okay, that was actually, yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I was very happy with that. Boom, 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 boom. I wish it would give you I wish there was some way of getting a landing distance. Although there actually is. There's actually a way to get a landing distance. And I'll show you how we can do that. We can go in here and we can go to, I think there's a measuring tool here. Is there a measuring tool? Measure, here we go. Measure distance from here. Oh, I reckon we landed. We might have been 500, 600 feet. We're going to have to test it out. Your favorite game ever. Yeah. You do love that game. You do love that game. So what are we going to do? Are we going to do another flight, or are we going to who do we have back at home base? We've got the Islander back at home base. Oh, yeah, this is really interesting, actually. I think waiting for zero cargo and 1 charter. 5 passengers. I think those passengers, I reckon those passengers are actually on board this aircraft. I reckon, oh no, there's only 3 passengers on there. It's not too far from finishing that. Have you come across that before, Mac? Where you've got an aircraft sitting there waiting for like passengers? Like he's been waiting for passengers for like 2 days now. See if this mission has a red bubble. A red bubble. Let's go back to the dashboard. Pending jobs. There's no red bubbles. It's this job here. Like it's these 2 jobs here. There's no red bubbles on it. There's nothing. Let's. Maybe I can try and set it up again. FBM to FALG. FBM to FALG. FALG. Which will be, see what's that? Ah, no, that's not it. It's going from FBM to FBLG. that one. And then add a leg there, which is the return trip. So everything should be good there. And that should be Waldeck or Lodeck. No, there we go. See, it's saying the same, waiting for 0 cargo and 1 charters. I'm just wondering whether the Cessna 208 that's coming in right now, that's on its way back right now, whether that has some of these passengers on board. Where are we? She's on her way to FBM. I'm sitting there, and he's idle waiting for passengers. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. There's no time constraint message, no. It doesn't matter whether there's a time constraint message or not. I've got an aircraft sitting there doing nothing. Don't know. Don't know. I hope she's got enough fuel to make it back. She should have. FOB 106 gallons. That's not freaking much. Although 106 gallons should get a fair way in a 208. Ah, okay. Well, let's have a look again. Let's go over squiz again. I actually had to land on a road, Mac, at one point. Let's have a look at that one there. So that's going FBM to FALG. So it's heading down into South Africa. Passengers. You usually do. Why does that say outsourcing? Oh, no, it's not being outsourced. That's all right. It's just a heading. I'm assuming that one has it in there as well. So she's bringing 3 eco passengers back. So I'm wondering whether 3 of those passengers are to go on this flight. Hope she makes it back. She better hurry her buttocks off. What's he doing out in the middle of nowhere? He's supposed to be at FBM. Okay, that's a little bit weird. He's definitely at FBM, isn't he? Can't see my screen well enough here because I'm streaming in 2K, that's why. He is at FBM. He's at FBM. And his job, there we go. His job, that's why. Because he didn't get there. FBNM. Okay, so there's something bizarre going on there because that was actually supposed to be... That was actually supposed to be a... Don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. So he's technically not even at a bloody airport, is he? He should be up at Morn. Let's cancel his work order. Let's delete his work order. So usually there's a time situation, yeah. Pending jobs. I reckon maybe I just messed it up. Maybe. Is there like... No. So she's headed to FBM and now. That's where she's going, so... Interesting. Found gold ore, 16 blocks. There you go. And you said that it was really hard to find. So that's been like 2 days that he's been waiting for that. No, see, he's supposed to be at FBMN, but he's not. He's supposed to be sitting at Morn. Why isn't he sitting at Morn? He's supposed to be sitting... It says that he's sitting at FBMN idle. Huh. Oh, so you lucked out, Kane. Streamer's luck, Kane. Streamer's luck. So she's on her way back. She's got some passengers on board. He's supposed to be sitting idle over here at Morn. Why is it showing that he's over here? Is that bugged out? That's probably why. Yeah, that must be why. I reckon that's why he's stuffed it up. Because it's showing him in a completely different spot on the map. So... you have your FBO singing now. Create a work order. Fly from where he is to FBMN. See, it's saying that it's going to take him. Yeah, see that's it's stuffed up, hasn't it? That's why he's waiting for passengers, because he's not there, despite the fact that it said that he was sitting there. See, now all of a sudden he's not idle anymore. He's going to be heading up to FBMN. That's weird, man. That's weird. There you go. All right, I'm going to have a quick break, and then we're going to find another job for the Kodiak. Yeah, like he was just miles away. He's like miles away. It's going to take him 2 hours to fly up to here. So, to fly up to where he's supposed to be. So, strangely enough. So, I don't know. Don't know what's going on there. I'll be back in a sec, guys. All right, I reckon we might go. Good morning, Spurk. How you going, buddy? I reckon what we might do is I think we might go and give the PA 44 a run, and I think we might do it in Kane's area. What do you reckon, Kane? Where would you like me to fly in your area, Kane? Because we haven't flown in Kane's area yet. Spurk's already put in a request. Whereabouts would you like to fly, Kane? From where to where? Got to be relatively decent runways because we're going to fly a twin engine, a PA 44. So where are we? Where are you? Right there. Liveries. What livery are we going to fly? That one there. That looks good. That one there looks nice. We'll fly that. Although that looks really fancy. No, we'll fly that one. Yeah, no, there's no chance, man. That because there's no worries. Because there's like trees at the end of both ends, really high trees at both ends of that. It doesn't have the runway distance. There's no way you can do that. It's just a bunged up airport. Hello, Yosip. How you going, buddy? All right, let's have a look. CYCC. We'll set him as departure. And we're flying to CYOW. CYOW. Let's fly to Ottawa International. We'll add that as our destination. No, that airport is... I flew into it, Mac. I flew into it in the Kodiak, and the trees are so high at the very end on both ends. Couldn't get in there. So I tried taking off there. Couldn't get out of there either. So... all right, so what do we got weather-wise at the moment there? We're looking at 10 Zulu variable at 2 knots. So there's not too much there. So we'll probably come in on runway 32. Let's show arrival procedures. So we want to ILS runway 32, I reckon. RNAV 32, ILS 32. Yep, I reckon that one there. So we'll insert that approach there. We'll head over to here. Oh, we're not very far away, are we? So they have departures there? No, they don't have departures. Okay. 38 nautical miles. Let's go IFR. 7,000. What's our altitude there? Yeah, we should be okay at 7,000 feet. There we go. Lovely. All right. Flight plan is done. Flight plan is done. We're in Canada right now, Josip. Over that airport. Yeah, I checked it out. I did check it out, Mac. We're flying we're flying a relatively short flight. From Cornwall Regional down to Ottawa McDonald Cartier International. This is in Cairns area, this one. So let's have a look at what we've got frequency-wise for the ILS on 3.2. Let's see, Navaids Airport, runway, procedures, runways, 3.2. Pappy 4 doesn't give us the there's the frequency 1103. And it's at 320. Hopefully we'll get that approach. All right, lovely. Export, and we'll export it as Kane. Beautiful. Let's load, save, load from this PC. And there it is there. Yep, everything's looking good there. 9:48 a.m. Made in the USA tags, Shanghai to San Francisco. I don't think that they'd ban my flight sim license if I did that. We're going to take off from... Why is there no parking? Why is there no parking at Cornwall? That's interesting. No, there's no parking there. That's all right. We'll get in and we'll fly this beast. No, we will fly Croatia. I've just got to set up my I've just got to set up the rest of my levers because I'm flying a twin now. There we go. Levers are in. Why has it... There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. So I'm just gonna set this up now. Resume. We'll just make sure that they're working. Yep, that's working, that's working, that's working, that's working. That's going, everything's okay there. So this is the aircraft that we are flying. Little Piper PA-22. Nice little aircraft. Nice little aircraft. Oh, you didn't think it'd be paved? Is this close to you? You expected piles of snow. Yeah, there's no snow. There's definitely no snow here. All right, battery master, bus 1, Actually, before we do that, let's get our iPad out. Pilot and co-pilot. Show. Everything's closed. The GTN 750 is on. I'm loving this GTN 750, but done. So we've got our checklist there. Takeoff checklist, startup options. Doesn't give you any startup options. Just gives you a takeoff and a landing checklist. Now there's got to be a way to close this. I can't remember how. There we go. All right, lovely. Let's get this little beast fired up then. Battery, a little bit of alternator. Avionics bus is on. Our trims are okay. I'll bring that in. Looking at the autopilot. Let's bring our beacons on. Nav lights. Strobes aren't working. Recognition light on. Gear levers down. Left mag is on. Right mag is okay. Let's prime the left engine. Get that fired up. Lovely. Did she just turn off? No, she didn't. She's all right. Right engine start. All good there. That'd be really, really cool. Maple Mountain, hitting Maple Mountain. That'd be a really good idea, Mac. That would take forever, yeah. Okay, let's have a look at our map. We've got our flight plan in there. We're on GPS. It's our vertical speed bug. Our landing light should go on. Recognition on. Dim day and night. Radio master is on. Okay. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool actually going into people's local areas, wouldn't it? 1103 on our nav. 1103. Enter. And we will transfer that. So that's our ILS for our approach, which is pretty cool. We cannot do an IFR clearance here, interestingly enough, so that's going to be interesting. Okay, so our props are on, everything's ready to go. Let's bring a stage of flaps down for takeoff. Okay, this is I think the second time I've actually flown this aircraft. Let's bring the props in full, mixture's fully rich. Fuel pumps on for takeoff. Bring the fuel pressure up. Gears up, everything's in the green. Everything is in the green. We're going to squawk, I think it's 7,000 in, no, it's 1,200, it's 1,200 in America, isn't it, in Canada? I think. Altitude. There we go, that's transponding. Everything else is okay. We're kind of departing kind of to the north, aren't we? So, hello Neri, how you going?
Charlie Yankee Charlie Charlie traffic Golf Alpha Kilo Whiskey Lima taking off runway 28 departure to the north.
Park brake off. Let's sync our heading bug. We're going to be taking off to the right. Going to be doing a turn to the right, so, and tracking 319. So we'll go about 319, which is somewhere there. How you feeling, Neri? All right, we are ready to go. Yeah, of course I can, mate. Of course I can. Altimeter's set. What's going on with the brakes? Have my brakes reversed themselves? I think they have. Okay, we're at 60 knots, 65, 70. Let's rotate, bring the aircraft up, trim up, trim up, trim up, trim up, trim up. And positive, gear up. .95 knots. So what do you want to do? You want to head south first. You went to search for an account and join the stream and you weren't subscribed. My goodness, that's disgusting. Can you believe that, guys? You have bronchitis. Oh, bloody hell, really? Straight after COVID. Yeah, I reckon that's probably what she did. I reckon that's exactly what she did. Head towards the St. Lawrence River and follow it on the right side. So we're looking at, it'll be over here, won't it? That'll be Cornwall there, won't it? I can't believe you unsubscribed from me, Neri. I'm crying. I'm literally crying, Neri. We'll drop some pizza off. You always get bronchitis. Oh, do you? Okay. Yeah, it's basically the same, isn't it? Okay, let's see if we can bring this autopilot on. No. Bring our vertical speed up. And our altitude to, I don't know what. $15 cannabis stores. Well, there it is. A couple of baseball fields down there, Kane. Mohawk Indian Reserve, and the left is New York State. Well, there you go. So we're pretty close, so we're basically right on the border, are we? Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get this altitude up.
Montreal Center Golf Alpha Kilo Whiskey Lima is passing 1,900 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
Golf Alpha Kilo Whiskey Lima Montreal Center altimeter 30.19er continue as planned. Kilo Whiskey Lima verify squawking 4572.
Four, 572. 4572. All right, interestingly enough, I have not flown with the autopilot in this. So, altitude-wise and stuff, I don't know how to set it on this. Strangely enough, you get your 6 from that island. There you go, cheap. Okay, I hope you start feeling better, Neri. Thanks for popping by and saying hello, and how dare you unsubscribe from me.
Encore Tree 520, you are 62 miles southwest.
$20 a carton, bloody hell.
3,000
Okay, so we need to change our course to 320.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect vectors ILS runway 24 right approach Encore tree 520.
320. Going to level out at 4,000 feet, but I think we're going to be a little bit low, a little bit high. Still flying this thing manually. It's a little secret. Won't tell anybody. I'm going to ring up Trudeau. I'm going to ring him up now.
Montreal Center, Brickyard Tree 485 is at 10,000 feet, descending 3,000 feet. Brickyard Tree 485 Montreal Center, altimeter tree 0.18. Continue to volley.
Looks like I'm flying this beast by hand. It doesn't. It's not too bad flying this by hand, actually. It's quite good. The trim's really responsive and quite good.
Porter 211, contact Montreal Center on 1 tree 2.85. Good day. One tree 2.85 for Porter 211.
I'm gonna hit this soon. It's on GPS. Yeah, it's not doing too bad. It's actually not too bad to fly. I don't mind it. It's a nice looking aircraft too. I think Piper must probably be my... They seem to appeal for me.
Montreal Center on 1 tree 2.85. Good day. Going to 1 tree 2.85 Encore tree 520.
You should start turning any minute now. There we go. Lovely. Location 1 hour from Ottawa and 1 hour from Quebec. That's pretty good. Your friend delivers them to you. Perfect. Perfect. Still climbing. She's doing well. It's a lot flatter around here than I thought it'd be, Kane. Didn't think it'd be quite this flat. Spoke window.
Brickyard Tree 485, contact Ottawa, approach on 135.15. Good day.
Okay, so it's not going bad.
Brickyard Tree 485.
I'm gonna have to learn how to fly that autopilot. Is it really? I had no idea. I had no idea about that, Kane. I always pictured it as being not flat. I always pictured it as being pretty hilly everywhere. Probably because of Alaska. So we're going to be need to be down to 2,700 feet by the time we hit
Montreal
Nexon.
Center, Brickyard Tree 662 is passing flight level 185, descending 2,100 feet.
Everything's looking good down
Brickyard
there.
Tree 662 Montreal Center, continue as planned.
$5 for a bag of milk.
Montreal Center, Porter 460 is passing 14,900 feet, descending 10,000 feet.
In the diamond, yeah.
Tree 662, contact
Yeah, it is a
Montreal
G1000
Center,
in the diamond, I think.
Good day. Porter 460, Montreal Center.
Okay, we're really nearly ready to trim out.
As planned. Going to 132.85 Brickyard Tree 662.
This is an old cheap autopilot. So we're going to hold this altitude here. That'll do. Make sure our altimeter's set. Look at that. Not a bad looking little aircraft, is it? Leaving mountains on either side.
Kilo Whiskey Lima descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Kilo Whiskey Lima.
Why won't you turn off altitude? Thank you very much.
Jet 7956, contact Montreal Center on 132.85. Good day. Kilo Whiskey Lima, contact Ottawa, approach on 135.15. Good day.
135.15 per Kilo Whiskey Lima.
13515 transfer.
Ottawa approach Golf Alpha Kilo Whiskey Lima is at 6,900 feet, descending 3,000 feet.
Golf Alpha Kilo Whiskey Lima, Ottawa, approach altimeter 30.18, continue as planned. Kilo Whiskey Lima, you are 21 miles east. Keep speed not above 210 knots, expect ILS runway 32 approach via Watto transition. Clear to Watto.
Cleared to Watto.
Keep speed not above 210 knots, expect ILS runway 32 approach via Watto transition, cleared to Watto Kilo Whiskey Lima.
No. want to go direct. Okie dokie. All right, here we go.
Kilo Whiskey Lima, please expedite your descent 3,000 feet.
It is a very nice plane, Mac. The other thing is, it doesn't want to descend. It is a very nice plane. It's another add-on plane, this one. Milk is actually more expensive. The government subsidies dairy farmers to give rebates. $12, blimey. That is ouch. Okay, so we've set ourselves up for an ILS approach now. I've dialed 320, which is runway heading into here. I'm going to continue flying the GPS, but once we start getting, once we turn on to final. Actually, why is it taking us... Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that.
Encore tree 460. You are 16 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Keep speed not above
Okay, beautiful.
210 knots. Expect ILS runway. Tree 2 approach via Volk transition. Clear to Volk.
Keep speed not above 200 knots. Kilo Whiskey Lima.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway. Tree 2 approach via Volk transition. Clear to Volk. Encore tree 460.
Okay, beautiful. Don't worry about the beeping. It's just that I've got making an illicit border crossing for necessities. Have a good one, Christina. Enjoy. No, this isn't the Diamond. This one's the. This is the. This is the Piper PA44, Mac. Okay, so we need to intercept at 3,000. I'm going to stick our heading bug on to our direction now, which is right there. I'm going to go into heading mode. Going to bring the vertical speed to 0.
Kilo Whiskey Lima, you are 12 miles southeast of Ottawa. Contact Ottawa Tower on 120.1 when inbound.
Going to bring the CDI into V-lock. I've got the frequency for the ILS in. We're nearly at 3,000 feet.
1 Kilo Whiskey Lima.
Level that beast out there. And we will turn in. Keep turning in, keep turning in, keep turning in. Find that ILS, find that ILS. Lovely. We will now go into, as soon as we've found that ILS, we'll go into approach mode. Approach mode is on, and we'll tune to Ottawa. Going to bring a stage of flaps in. Going to bring our landing gear down. Going to bring our props forward, and we will control the speed. Needles coming in. We're lined up on the ILS.
Order 216, contact Ottawa, departure on 128.175. Good day.
Contact tower.
Ottawa Tower Golf Alpha Kilo Whiskey Lima 10 miles southeast inbound ILS runway tree to approach.
Golf Alpha Kilo Whiskey Lima Ottawa Tower. Altimeter tree 0.19er, wind 25 tree at 5.
3019er.
ILS runway tree to approach.
Alright, we're clear. We're established on the ILS now. So as you can see, and we're also established on the glide slope. You can see that our little green arrow, is sitting here, which is right in the center of the glide slope. We're right in the center of the runway right there. We've got the 110.30, which is the ILS frequency tuned in. We're in approach mode and we're in VLOC mode. So now that we're in approach mode, then this should fly the aircraft down for us, basically. Our government doesn't subsidise milk cane. Supermarkets rip off all the farmers, all the and a lot of the dairy farmers, the smaller ones, are having to close down now. Ottawa's a horrible city to drive in, especially if you're visiting. Have to travel many blocks. Oh, really?
Cleared for takeoff runway 07, Wisconsin tree 747.
Okay, lovely.
Wisconsin tree 747, contact Ottawa, departure on 128.175. Good day.
We're coming in all right.
Cleared ILS runway tree to approach Encore tree 460.
So everything's lined up. We're still on the glide slope perfectly. We're still lined up with the runway. Everything's going really, really well. Going to bring the speed down a little bit. There's somebody flying a jet straight across there.
Kilo Whiskey Lima wind 253 at 5.
253 at 5.
Runway tree 2.
Okay, so we've got a right crosswind. There's our landing clearance.
Cleared to land runway tree 2 Kilo Whiskey Lima.
Going on another stage of flaps. That'll be our final stage. We're only going to have 2 stages of flaps. Got aircraft everywhere. Glide slope's a little above us, or a little below us.
Tree 460, follow the on final. Wind 253 at 5. Cleared to land runway tree 2. Cleared to land runway tree 2, Encore tree 460.
In we come. In we come. Everything else is looking good. We'll disengage the autopilot soon and we'll fly this beast in by hand. But there's no point in disengaging now. We've got 2 white, 2 red on the Pappy. So the aircraft is basically on this ILS approach. The aircraft is basically flying itself in. I'm not doing anything other than controlling speed, so. All right. We're landing, autopilot off. Bring the speed down a little bit and we'll fly this beast in by hand. Everything's looking good.
Encore tree 460, go around. Ottawa Teleporter 2208 miles east inbound, ILS runway tree 2 approach.
In we come.
Porter 220 Ottawa Tower. Altimeter tree 0.19er, wind 25 tree at 5.
Okay, no brakes. We'll go down, we'll land, and we'll roll through to over the other taxiway, and we'll roll through to
Going around Encore tree 460.
a little bit higher. I wasn't watching what I was doing. I was looking at all the taxiways, but that's okay.
Contact Ottawa, approach on 135.15. Good day.
A little bit of power off. A little bit of a Microsoft Flight Simulator jerk there. Bring the aircraft in.
ILS runway tree 2 approach, Porter 220.
And flare him up, flare him up.
135.15 Encore tree 460.
Flare him up. Down nice and soft. Okay, flaps up.
Porter 220, follow the on the runway. Wind 25 tree at 5. Clear to land runway tree 2. Clear to land runway tree 2 Porter 220. Kilo Whiskey Lima, turn next taxiway.
Turn off on Delta.
Kilo Whiskey Lima, contact ground on 121.9er.
1219. We'll acknowledge that.
121.9er, Kilo Whiskey Lima.
Go 1219 and transfer and taxi to parking.
Ottawa Ground Golf Alpha Kilo Whiskey
Okay,
Lima,
taxi lights
to
are on.
parking.
Landing lights off,
Alpha
taxi
Kilo
lights
Whiskey
on.
Lima taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Delta Alpha Bravo.
We'll acknowledge that. I don't know where the general aviation parking is here.
Taxiway Delta Alpha Bravo Kilo Whiskey Lima.
So we'll save on fuel, and we'll shut the right engine down and save on fuel, and we'll just taxi on the left engine,
Ottawa ground Jazz 8182
which will require a little bit of left rudder.
Jazz 8182 request to end pushback received.
Lovely.
Ground Jazz 8182 with Quebec ready to taxi IFR.
That was a very smooth landing.
Jazz 8182 taxi to and hold short of runway tree 2 via taxiway Echo cross runway 07 Echo. Contact tower on 120.1 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway tree 2 using taxiway Echo cross runway 07 Echo Jazz 8182.
What a nice aircraft, eh? What a nice aircraft to fly. There was a plane coming in behind me and they got told to go around, Kane, because I was landing and they were faster than me. It's the problem with flying a GA plane into a Microsoft airport that's like an international airport is that the larger planes don't really give way and don't slow their speed down or anything. So, and air traffic control doesn't sort of guide them so that they're doesn't guide them so that they're away from us. They just let them come in behind us, and they're doing about 200 knots or 175 knots, and we're coming in at like 80, 70, 75. So here we go. Where are they getting us to park? Keep that left rudder in, seeing as how we're only taxiing on one engine. Yeah, it makes it hard when you're flying a small GA plane into an international one. Just purely because, like in real life, then obviously air traffic control would guide you and guide the other aircraft so they're not flying right up your bum. But in this one, there goes Kane roaring along in his red truck. Looks like we are parking here. I need a mod to get rid of these blue parking things. Okay, lovely. Let's shut down the left engine. Put our parking brake on. Strobe, nav off, taxi lights off, beacon off, avionics bus off. Alternator and battery are off. Hope you guys enjoyed that flight. It was a nice little flight there, wasn't it? Bring that up. Let's see. Let's go back. Static, external power on. Put the tow bar on. Co-pilot door open and baggage door open. There we go. Look at that. She's all ready for our next adventure. John, how you going, buddy? Hope you are well. That was a nice. I like flying this aircraft. This aircraft is beautiful. It is very, very nice to fly. I haven't done a proper flight in it. But, yeah, no, it's pretty good, actually. It's very good. Quite happy with it. This is a Carenado aircraft, this one. I don't find the Carenado aircraft quite as good as the Just Flight ones, flight model-wise. But their modelling and stuff is exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. But this one's been a really nice one to fly. Very nice one to fly. Fly to Toronto Pearson. How long's that flight? Baggage doors are open. Co-pilot's door is open. Plane is empty. Everything's done. It was good. It was really good. I like a nice twin prop. The other two twins that I really, really like flying are the Beechcraft Baron 58, which is brilliant, and the Cessna 414, which a mod has just come. It's like bloody $60 though. The Cessna 414 is absolutely magnificent. It's $60 worth, but it is an awesome aircraft. I'll show it to you actually. Let's go back to the main menu. So don't forget, guys, that I've created a second channel for YouTube, a second YouTube channel where I'm going to be playing other stuff. 4.5 hours, so it'll be probably a 1.5 hour flight in this. I've created a second channel. Yeah, there sure is, mate. There is indeed. There is indeed. This PC-12, at some point in time, yep, I'm definitely going to get this at some point in time. I've got it on my favorites. This is the aircraft that all the the Royal Flying Doctors fly to out to they land on roads, they land out on farms and all that stuff to bring people in. It's going to be called Simidiom Extra Mac, and it basically I'm going to be playing all the stuff outside of simulation on it. So all the stuff that I've been playing. Let's have a look. Let's go into aircraft, piston aircraft. Oh, there's the 414 there. Look at that, $60. But it is this is a brilliant aircraft. I used to fly this all the time in FSX. I had one, and it's good. It's a good aircraft. It's beautiful to fly. Bit old time as well. How about gliders? I like Mario Tennis. Yeah, well, I might play Mario Tennis on it. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. Absolutely magnificent aircraft. It's got the 750 in it as well. Let's have a look. Let's go back. Let me just find it. Airlines, gliders. There we go, mate. There's a glider right there. I've never flown a glider. Pretty impressive, though. Very impressive. I'd never be able to keep the bloody thing up. So that's the, that's the glider there. You can see it's, yeah, I wouldn't be able to. There's no way I'd be able to fly one of these and keep it in the air. I would have to do a lot of reading and research on how to do it. I'd be the first to admit. So pretty impressive. And then you've got airliners here. The 146. I used to fly up to the desert, out to the gas fields in one of these, which was cool. Got the Airbus, the Boeing 737 Max, the 767, the 777. You've got the Concorde. You've got the CRJ. You've got the DC-6 there, the Embraer 170 series. I like these aircraft. The 190 series Embraer. And you got the CRJ as well. That's bloody expensive though. Whereas these ones aren't quite as expensive. So that's your airliners. If we go back, your turboprops. You got the PC-21. I had a remote control aircraft. There was a PC-21. The wingspan was 1.4 meters. And I built it, and it used to fly at 110 kilometers an hour. It was horrible. The Twin Otter, which is a brilliant, brilliant airplane. There's the C-130 Hercules. This PC-6 Porter by Milvers has just come out, and it's actually apparently really, really good. Really, really good. So then you've got the King Air, the C-90. You've got the PC-12. These are all turboprops. And then in your piston, got the 414. You've got this 310R. Everybody's raving about this 310R. So it's just absolutely incredible. You got ultralights, amphibious ultralight. Look, you can land on the water there. See, that's what Mac needs. That's what Mac should be flying. The AT6s, the little Husky there. You got biplanes, old Beechcraft. Got the old Boeing 247. So you got a lot of stuff on here, Spurk. A lot of stuff on here. The G44A. It's pretty brilliant. A lot of people... John, who comes on and flies with us on here, this is his favourite plane. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. Tomahawk. That's the P-40 Tomahawk. Then you got the P-51. Some of these aircraft are apparently really, really good as well. The PA-34 Seneca 5. That's a pretty nice aircraft to fly in real life. There's the Arrow bundle, which gives you all of the turbos and all that stuff. But I've just got. Which one have I got? I've just got the normal Piper Arrow 3. The Pitts Specials, which are these stunt planes. And there's more and more of these coming out all the time. These are all developed by external developers. There we go. Got the PA-28 and the PA-44. Yeah, well, actually, in the next update, which is coming out next week, update 10, they're actually introducing helicopters into the game, Spurk. So they've programmed all the helicopters, and so it's a major update, and they're bringing helicopters in the game. When I flew the helicopters on stream and stuff, that was using external software, which was making the sim work to the helicopter specifications and stuff. But yeah, I want to get this premium deluxe upgrade or this premium upgrade at some point, because in it has the it's got the Cirrus SR22, and it's also got the Beechcraft Baron G58, which I absolutely love, as well as the 172 Skyhawk. Just so freaking expensive, though. It's just so expensive. Yeah, but no, that's good. It's good. So happy to be flying again after a few years of not doing any flight sim. It's nice to be back in here. It's nice to be back in here, and you've also got all of the you know, like the mesh for the Himalayas in Central Asia that you can purchase and download, and it gives you high resolution mesh. So as you can see. So if you've got an area that you fly in all the time, like constantly, then, you know, it's worth getting that. Helicopters are fun to fly. I like flying helicopters. There you go. I am going to... I've got to end the stream and go and film some Mario Tennis for Mac. No, I'm going to end the stream though, guys. Yeah, I got a big day tomorrow and stuff, so I'm going to go and sort all that stuff out. But thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it very much. I'm gonna have to go and get Hokey to go and stand on a street corner somewhere, I think, so I can afford some more flight sim stuff. Thanks, Spurk. Sorry that you came in so late, mate. Yeah, so my new channel, keep your eye out on Discord. Once I've uploaded something to it, then I'll give the links to my second channel, which, as I said, it's going to have a medieval dynasty series on it. It's going to have some more garden simulator, some more, you know, like a lot of all that stuff on it. So all the stuff that doesn't do as good on my main channel. So keep your eye out for that, and definitely subscribe to it when I put the link up if you can, guys. That would be absolutely awesome. So it's going to have the same logo. It's just the logo will be orange instead of green. Just your sleep pattern, yeah. No, that's right, Spurk. That's it, mate. Sleep, you got to, it's more important, especially for somebody like you who's out on the road all the time. Especially for somebody like you. I reckon at some point in time we should do a discovery flight, or we should do a landing challenge. What do you think? Got a lot of landing challenges here. Should we do one really, really quickly? Should we do one really, really quickly? Let's do it. Let's do one really, really quickly, shall we? Let's maybe do this one. All right. 85 knots, 70 knots. 60 knots for landing. With a 15 knot crosswind. With 15 knot crosswind, Joy. Japan would actually be a really cool place to fly, you know, as an on-air thing. But I love flying around Friday Harbour. Okay, let's ready to fly. going on? Can't see anything. There we go. That's a little bit better. It throws you in and it just throws... Don't know what it's doing. Kind of doesn't really show you which way you're going, does it? Blowing around in the wind. We've got a massive, massive tailwind as well. That's why it's a landing challenge, I'm guessing. Don't even know where the airport is. Okay, stage of flaps. Thank you very much. A little bit of oomph. Second stage of flaps. Keep our altitude. Keep our speed at 60 knots. Bring the aircraft around. Where is the frickin' runway? Ah, right there. Got it. Land in the farmer's field. I'm not going to get any good points for this because it was such a mess up on the start. I expected it to leave me not right over directly over the top of the airport or the runway. I expected it to leave me a little bit further out. Alright, 60 knots. Let's bring our final stage of flaps down. Got a big crosswind, big crosswind. They want us to land at about 60 knots. In you go. Keep our head up. Keep our head up. Pretty strong crosswind. Wants us to land on the blue.
500.
Don't even know whether it sets your altimeter and stuff for you or not. Pretty strong wind. Oh, big gust, big gust. Nah, missed it. Oh, that was a bad landing. That was pretty tough. Definitely tough. Nice place to land though. Look, bullfrog, there's power lines, mate. Ah, you'd be able to do it, mate. You'd be able to land on a... Tiny little parking area. Teensy little parking area. Beautiful place, though. Be nice, wouldn't it, flying in here? $513C. Landing precision 54 feet. That's not too bad. Ground roll 63 feet. Poor for that. And very poor for that, I reckon, as well. I reckon a couple of tries of that and I could probably get it right. Yeah, so there's a lot. Epic. Short airstrips. What's this one? Short airstrips and Bugalaga in Indonesia, Nepal, Katoomba in Australia. Flying that piece of crap. You've got to do this one, Mac. You've got to fly. You're flying over there. You've got to fly to this airport. St. Bartholomew. Seriously. Let's do this Nepal one and then I've got to stop. I've got to finish the stream. Then I gotta finish the stream. 95, so we need a 75 knot approach. We've got a 7 knot wind. We're going to have a 7 knot crosswind. Holy moly. 90, 85, 75 knots. It just throws you in and the aircraft's all moving around the place and 9,180 feet. 9,180 feet. $9,180 feet. Let's bring in some flaps. Flying straight through a bloody cloud. $9,180 and we need to be landing at 75 knots. Coming straight in. I don't know what the hell's in front of me. Looks like we're okay terrain wise at this point. Don't have a visual on the runway as yet. Yep, visual on the runway. 70 knots. 70 knots. Flaps are full. It's 400 feet above the runway. Let's bring this thing home, baby. I don't know whether the altimeter was set properly on that. All right, she's an uphill runway. She's an uphill runway. Let's bring her in. 7-knot crosswind. Let's keep you up. Keep you up, nose. Keep you up.
500. 500. Stall. Stall. Stall.
A little bit of power in there. Got that crosswind.
Stall.
In we go. A little bit slow coming in there. Holy moly. I'm going to have to fly the Kodiak into this airport at some point in time. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't do very well on that. Ah, there you go. You can't run tower control in your games. It's your kind of flight game. There's some actually, yeah. Tower 3D Pro, I'd love to try playing that. Been looking this whole time playing some Sandrock. Nice. God say he'll be delayed coming home because they set the roof on fire while working. Oh, bugger. I hope you start feeling better. I hope that you start feeling better soon. And that you get over it. But yeah, I'm going to finish the stream here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging, honey, and stuff while you're feeling no good. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Discord, and I'll probably see you on Wednesday night, I would say. Perhaps on Wednesday night stream. Have to quarantine another. Oh, really? That's good. Still a good rest, though. Still a good rest for you. All right, so keep your eye out for my other channel. I will see you guys later. Thanks, honey. I hope you start feeling better. Thanks, Kane. See you guys. Take care. You're all absolutely magnificent. I will see you all next time. Bye.